Hi, and welcome to Buzz on Business. I'm Brian Leffelock of Brian Media Strategies. We're glad you're here, and I'm glad to introduce to you to our guest, Jennifer Osborn. She is the owner of TalentSENSE.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show. We're excited to hear about all the things that you do. Tell me a little bit about TalentSENSE.
Sure, thanks again. So I own TalentSENSE. I started the business almost 11 years ago, and it's both a recruiting and a human resources business. So on the recruiting side, we work with organizations that have higher level positions to fill, like an accountant, VP of sales, CEO, CFO, et cetera. And we go out and direct source amazing talent to fill their positions and do all of the heavy lifting for our clients so they don't have to do much other than interview and make a decision. And then on the HR side of the business, we work with smaller organizations that aren't yet at the point where they need a full-time HR person. So they outsource it to us, and essentially we are helping managers manage their employees and are reducing stress from what comes with all of the HR-related responsibilities with managing people.
So let's talk about recruiting first. We'll talk about HR then second. The recruiting, it's so hard to hire people these days. It's so competitive and tough to find. How does someone find you? How do they realize they need you to fill that spot?
Yeah, so you're right. There's a bunch of challenges with recruiting right now, and one of the biggest challenges, I think, is there's a lack of applicants, and not only lack of applicants, but a lack of qualified applicants. So that's a pain point for employers, and a lot of employers, especially small to mid-sized organizations that don't have a full-blown recruiting team, realize that they need to outsource it. So that's when they would come to us and say, you know what, we are just banging our head against the wall and not receiving enough quality applicants. Can you help us direct source and improve our recruiting efforts so that we can get more quality applicants?
So at TalentSENSE, is it more about one person at a time? I'm looking for a CEO or a VP, or is it more about filling the floor and filling many spaces?
It's low volume, high quality.
Okay.
My business coach would tell me that I should not say no to any business, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not that we wouldn't be open to a large number of positions, but where we really specialize is that low volume, one position, so that we can spend all of our time on that role to fill it with the best candidate.
And I'm just really interested, even just for myself, how do you find them? How do you find them so that you can bring them in?
Sure. Well, I can't tell you all my secrets.
Yeah, I bet.
But largely it's direct sourcing. And the biggest way that we find people is through a very expensive account on LinkedIn. So we've mastered all the ways to find people, find their profiles.
So you've got a system.
Yeah, we have a system, and we reach out to people and have like the right words to say and everything. And that's the primary way, but then it's also, my team they all have 20 plus years of experience. So everyone knows that we're recruiters, and they reach out to us when they're looking for a new opportunity, and they're kind of in our database so that we have people to reach out to ask for referrals when we have open positions.
So if businesses need one person or a couple of really high profile people, they should come to you. But if they also have a team and they're trying to wear too many hats, now we're talking about HR. You can help with that too.
Absolutely. So even if an organization needed more than one position, for example, and they have recruiters, they might not have enough time to fill all of those positions. So we could even take on, like a client could pay us for a period of time in order to do their staffing on their behalf or their recruiting on their behalf. But yeah, then we can also help on the HR side with organizations that need some help with HR capacity.
Now, you've been doing this for 11 years. What do you like most about helping people fill their positions in that way?
Well, it's personal, right? It's very personal to the job seeker who is making a big decision about their next career move and their financial situation and what that means to themselves or their family. So I take great pride in making the candidate happy about their decision to join the company that could be their last stop or a very long stop that affects their financial and personal situation. And then for the organization, of course we want to just fill the position, but it's also pretty awesome when we fill a position with someone so amazing that was a great fit, and they stay a long time and they help make the organization money so that they come back to us for more business.
And they've been doing that for 11 years. You're local here.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself continuing to grow? Is it just you? Is there a team?
Yeah, I'm actually in growth mode right now. So I've got a team of HR consultants and recruiters, and they're all doing the majority of the client-facing work. And I'm out here trying to market my business and grow it so that I can eventually hand it off to more people on my team and maybe retire.
And maybe retire. If someone can help you find someone to replace you,
Yeah.
you know somebody that can do
Yeah.
that. Last question, if someone's watching now, what are they thinking that's an issue for them that you're like, if you're thinking about this, you need to call us because we can really help you with that?
I think a big misunderstanding is that they think outsourcing recruiting or outsourcing HR or both is really expensive. And sometimes it is, right? For a high level position, it might be, but there's
Probably worth it in that situation.
It's worth it. You get what you pay for. And I always suggest people to take a look at, how much are they currently spending, and maybe if they reallocated those funds, it actually could be more affordable to them depending on the situation. So I encourage people to reach out and, give us a holler and figure out if it might be a fit for them at an affordable rate.
I imagine it's free to talk to you just to decide whether it's a good idea. How would they reach out to you?
Yeah, so I offer free recruiting and HR consultations, and my email address is Osborn. It's JOS as in Sam, B as in boy, OR as in Robert, N as in Nancy, at TalentSenseHR.com. And my phone number is 440-725-6590.
And you started this all on your own?
All by myself.
Congratulations. Jennifer Osborn with TalentSense. Thanks for joining us on Buzz on Business.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back.